मेरे पापा जी यहाँ तक बोल दिए थे कि यदि जॉब नहीं करेंगे तो हम सुसाइड करेंगे।
The unemployment rate and the struggles of those who are jobless.
सबका वास्ता है और ये मामला है देश में बढ़ती बेरोजगारी का।
Unemployment rate in India increased to 8% in November from 7.80% in October of 2022. It is the same as 2020 during the coronavirus pandemic. During Modi government 2014 to 2022, 22 crore applied for central government jobs but only 7.22 lakh were selected. The states with highest unemployment rates are Haryana, Rajasthan, and Jammu and Kashmir. Haryana is the most unemployed state in India with 30.6%. From a 6% unemployment rate in 2017, India's unemployment rate climbed to 8.3% during 2022. It is 7.70% in urban India whereas only 6.00% in rural India. India's complicated population and changing work market have made unemployment the biggest concern of Indians. Highlighting the scale of despair, 18,000 people including PhD students applied for 42 government advertised positions as cooks, gardeners and peons in the northern state of Himachal Pradesh last year. In 2015 in Uttar Pradesh, 23 lakh applied for 368 peon posts, including 2.2 lakh engineers and 255 PhD holders. Earlier this year, 1.25 crore aspirants applied for 35,000 lower category railway jobs. More than half of the 90 crore Indians of legal working age, roughly the population of USA and Russia combined, only want a job. In August, the unemployment rate in urban areas jumped to 9.6% and that in rural areas rose to 7.7%. Did you know? 1 in 5 college grads was unemployed as of December 2021. Overall, South Africa is the most unemployed country in the world with 29.2%. States with lowest unemployment rate: Chhattisgarh 0.1%. Uttarakhand 1.2%, Odisha 1.6%, Karnataka 1.8%, Meghalaya 2.1%. A train is set ablaze during a protest against the Agnipath army recruitment scheme in Patna on 17th June. Official statistics aren't trustworthy as economists have described those figures as outdated and inadequate, and only organizations like CMI are providing credible statistics. In June, angry youth facing bleak job prospects blocked rail traffic and highways in many states for days, even setting some trains on fire. The protests were triggered by the Agnipath recruitment scheme of the army that turned the spotlight on an unemployment crisis plaguing the $3.2 trillion economy. The potential for social unrest is looming since the train protests that erupted in 2022 over a new military recruitment plan that offered shorter contracts. Recruitment bracket between 17.5 years and 21 years only. 50,000 recruits per annum but only 25% retained at the end of 4-year service training. 4 years instead of 15. No lifelong benefits after 4-year stint. Despite the backlash, the Air Force alone said it had received nearly 750,000 applications, the most by far it has seen in any recruitment cycle. India's youth unemployment is much higher than the overall rate. Urban unemployment in the 20 to 24 age group of both sexes was 42% in October, according to CMI estimates. That compares with about 18% for the 16 to 24 category in China. The risk is that the population gets old before the country develops and becomes rich enough to support everyone. The government announced plans in June to hire 1 million people for government departments by the end of 2023, which is only a drop in the bucket. The growing population is unable to match the economical growth, coupled with a lack of appropriately skilled labor for international investments. A few main causes of unemployment are A sizable population by 2024, India's population is expected to surpass that of China, and it will likely hold that position for the duration of the 21st century. The working population's poor educational attainment or lack of vocational skills, lack of physical capital to generate all economic activities, labor-intensive industries experiencing a downturn in private investment, especially following demonetization. Dependence on agriculture transitioning between the three sectors is challenging due to the poor productivity in the agriculture sector and the dearth of alternatives for agricultural employees.
तो धान लगाने के लिए बैंक से लोन लेते और सारा पैसा ज़मीन में लगाते और बारिश होने की न होने की वजह से सारा खेती और अनाज खत्म हो जाता है.
कोई नाही मदत करत. कोणी मदत करत आपल्याला कोणी घेतलेले कुणालाच नाही मदत करत. कर्ज आहे तो सुद्धा माफ करत नाही.
Legal difficulties, insufficient government backing, and weak market, financial, and infrastructure ties to small firms render those operations unprofitable due to the cost and compliance overruns. Low investments in the manufacturing sector and inadequate infrastructural development limit secondary sector job opportunities. Labor immobility, people refrain from moving for better economic prospects due to familial, language, religious, and climatic reasons. Neglect of cottage industries, larger, more automated industries that outperform these small-scale ones in terms of production have a negative impact on them. Half the population is under 30, which can be a nation's greatest asset, but India is facing a grave crisis of underutilization of this resource. Amid this deepening crisis, the government has failed to provide long-term corrective measures that may provide ample opportunities and match the rapidly growing population. Instead, we are only witnessing a first aid response to a rapidly growing cancer. The situation is getting worse by the day as the percentage of unemployed might seem low as compared to other countries topping the list, but for a 1.4 billion population, it is the largest unemployment crisis in the world. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to follow us.